What's your vision of the social media world and the television world and how to leverage that to help your new venture, BKREA?
Well, John, it's really interesting concept. I had always poo-pooed social media. I said, why, what are people doing on social media? It sounds like such a ridiculous waste of time. And I'd be out for drinks with friends in the business and we'd talk about deal stories and they'd say, oh, that's such a great story. You should really be on social media and share that story with people. And so finally I succumbed to peer pressure, said, all right, let me try it for 3 months, see what this is all about. I kind of looked at the lay of the land, what other brokers were doing. And there was a lot of, hey, I just listed this or I just sold that, and not many details about what they just sold other than the price and the size of the building. And I said, you know what people seem to be really the most interested in is what happens behind the scenes. What was the seller really thinking about? What was the buyer really thinking about? Were they telling the truth? Were they lying? Were they, spinning things? And so I thought maybe sharing deal stories would be an important part of what we did. I love teaching. So maybe you could teach with, I have my Knakal Nuggets series where I talk about things I've learned over the years. And I've just been shocked at the traction that it was getting. And the first impression I had that really was interesting, I guess I was probably 5 weeks into social media and I posted a picture of the map, the first picture of the map. And it was laid out on the floor of my great room at my country house. And I was standing on top of it so you could really see how big this thing was. And back in those days, we were posting around 10 o'clock in the morning. And now I post at 7:30 in the morning every morning. But we were posting at 10 o'clock. And so the picture went up. I think it was on a Wednesday. I was in the JLL offices, and by 11 o'clock, probably 8 people had stopped me and said, hey, I saw a picture of that map. That was so cool. Tell me about it. Blah, blah. And 2 things occurred to me then. Number one, I said, wow, this social media really has some tremendous reach. So it's shocking how much reach it has. I've made so many great relationships through it, come across so many great opportunities that I wouldn't have had otherwise. And I'm a big fan. Big fan. In fact, there's an organization called CREI, Commercial Real Estate Influencers on social media. And for 2024, I was the number 2 influencer on Twitter and the number 1 influencer on LinkedIn.
Wow.
So I guess people are really enjoying it. And I learn a lot from it. Hopefully I teach a lot from it. And it's been a great experience.